Hey, what's up? It's Jack, and welcome to my 5,000 subscriber special. Woohoo! Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my videos and engage with my content. There are like billions of YouTube videos out there, and for some reason you decide to choose mine to watch, so I feel very grateful for that. So yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, I'm just going to do a Q&A for this. I know like last subscriber special, I made it like a sort of hardcore 5-part special. You can go check that out somewhere. But this time I took out your questions that you asked in the Road to World Record series, episode 3, and just answered them. I didn't really realize this afterwards, but like at first I was deeply concerned by the lack of pyramid and scoop questions that were asked. But then I kind of realized that the questions sort of reflected like the type of people that watch like such a series. So there were a lot of blind related questions and stuff about like asking for tips and whatnot. But yeah, I'll just answer a few questions from I guess each general category. Starting off, introductory stuff. Jimmy50908 asks, can you send me a burger? I unfortunately cannot send you a burger, but I can send you my utmost gratitude. Hope that's actually looks like a love heart. DS Cubes asked, are you still in college? Yes, I'm studying a Bachelor of Music at Monash University, although I am kind of underloading, so like studying less units than usual, so I can cube more this year. But it's kind of paid off because I've broken like 2 world records. And yes, both my parents are Chinese. Not that I can speak any. So now stuff about like me and blind. So Kimberly H asks, why did you decide to start doing blind? I just thought blind was just, I know, it looked cool. I don't exactly remember why, but I'm pretty sure I looked up a YouTube like video and was like, that looks hella cool, I want to try that out. So I actually learned how to do blind pretty early on, like I think 2 to 3 weeks after I actually learned how to solve it with my eyes open, so really early on. It took like 2 tries I think, and I think I got it on my second try with a time of like 27 minutes. I think it was like 13 minutes memo. Like this was like when I was really new to cubing, so even for ALKs like a T-perm, I was just going like, gotta make sure every move is like absolutely perfect. So yeah, chances are a lot of you probably have first successes faster than me. Matthew Robbins asked, from starting to learning blind, how long did it take to get your first success? I guess I didn't really talk about that, but like I think it took like a week since starting to learn blind, but resources are like much better nowadays. Okay, next section. Elliot Kobolansky asked, how did your world records affect your life? The single world record, I guess I got a few like media opportunities. YouTube kind of spiked up after that, getting world records, because it was, I guess, a pretty big deal, and also, yeah, it was just sort of, I guess, one of the more, I guess, well-known records. And I managed to hold it for like 4 months as well before it got broken again, so that was pretty rad. So I guess I got a bit more well-known after that, but aside from that, like, nothing much. And average world records, I guess there was a bit of hype in the community, like, after that as well, but like died down kind of quickly, and it was broken 3 weeks later by Jake Clarkson as well. Also, I guess from like people sort of newer to cubing and like not really into cubing, like I don't think they really pay much attention to the average world records, and they pay more attention to single records, because it's kind of like, why would you watch 3 sort of quick blind solves where you can watch the fastest blind solve? And of course, when will you get your 3 blind world record back by Dom's Cubes? I mean, like, I just have to get lucky, I guess, in my situation. Average world record now is 18.28, so that's like almost 2 seconds faster than when I had the world record for that. So yeah, I just have to, I think, get a bit lucky. Like maybe, I don't know, 2 19s and I somehow get a 15, then maybe I might break it by doing that. But that's sort of, it's pretty hard the average record I'd say, unless I get a bit lucky. Single, it's like sort of a bit luck again, like for me at least. Single is probably more doable than the average at 15.50, but once again, I need a little bit of luck, and it's still possible. But it's not something I'm like actively trying to go for now, because I've gotten both, which is like my main goal for the event. So stuff related to like just tips on blind, because a lot of you asked stuff about that. So yeah, some of you asked about stuff on improving accuracy for free blinds. For that, I recommend just, whenever you DNF or screw something up, I recommend just going back and seeing what you did wrong. And at least in CS Timer, there's a place where you can write notes down for each solve, and I started doing that for like every single one of my solves recently on all night blind events, and it's definitely helped me be a bit more mindful of where I screw up. And if you make the same type of mistake like over and over again, you'll be able to see it by going back to your time list. So that's probably my biggest advice, I suppose. Now, stuff on memorization. So improving memorization and all that. Just make sure you've established the proper memorization technique, so using letter pairs to make words, images, sentences, audio pairs. Like any of that's fine. Using letter pairs to make some other stuff. I kind of cover what I recommend people starting off with blind should do in my blind solving tutorial in one section, which I'll link somewhere. And yeah, getting faster is just making sure you can make those words or images more effectively. Audio is just kind of sticking around and battle between the two letters, so you don't really have to think much for that. And just making sure you review less. Now some stuff on freestyle. So tips on learning freestyle. So I guess after you decide to become serious or reach under around 2 minutes and start to learn freestyle, yeah, I guess the main thing would just be to just refer people to my freestyle tutorial, which I've already made part 1 of as of this video. But I will make some more stuff. I should probably answer a lot of stuff. And Ryan Rue asked tips for understanding blind comms. Yeah, once again, like the tutorial will cover everything. But generally, for the pure comms, part 1 will cover that. But since the other parts haven't come out yet, for like the ones with lots of setups and whatnot, I recommend trying to link it to other comms you know. So for example, like there's like this comm for instance. Like if you know like that one, it's just like the same thing but with like a D2 interchange instead. So just finding a lot of like commonalities. That's probably the main method I recommend learning comms, especially with corners, because they're all like RUD focus, and most people do that nowadays. But also maybe like for comms with setups, trying to see what the pure comm inside it is. So not doing any setups and just seeing what the pure comm is and how the setups lead to that. So now stuff on like multi-blind. So Yichen Tan pretty much asks like, how do you memorize all those cues for multi-blind? So for multi-blind, the method we use is Journey of IOC, or not Journey, method of IOC or Journey method. So I'm just gonna interrupt myself for a second there. I'm just editing the video right now, and I just realized that like, I don't know why, but like I thought the first letter of loci was like an I instead, so I said like EOC or something, but it's pronounced like loci. I was completely off. I don't know how that happened. Pretty much making images and stashing them all around like rooms. A lot of people use the house, mostly including myself. I don't use this room specifically for multi-blind, but if I were to use this one, I'd make, I'll just do like a sample right now. This is a DJ, so DJ HO, a DJ riding a horse, LF is laughing, PV is pavement. So if I were using this room for like a cube, like on that shelf there, I'd picture a DJ riding a horse on top of that shelf. Around where the tissue box is, and it's just laughing, and there's also like a pavement underneath him, so I picture the top of the table being like a pavement. And for edges, so I tend to split the edges into 2 parts. The first half, in this case RT, rats, IX, think of a pike for that, it's kind of a weird case for me. MF is a muffin, so on the floor, which you can't even see from here, I think of a rat with a pike stabbing a muffin. Poor muffin. And the second half, which is, so the first half is usually 3 pairs, the second half is like everything else. VD is Darth Vader, PW is power. So on this table here, I could think of Vader, Darth Vader just being powerful. I picture there's a red energy thing around him. So something like that. Usually for a room like this, I can probably fit maybe 2 cubes. So I guess I can fit multiple rooms within physical rooms. Multiple cubes within rooms would probably be a better way to put it. But it essentially works like that. And yeah, so that's how I initially memorize a cube, and I just kind of review it using some kind of system. I recently covered how that works in my recent World to World Record series, which you can find somewhere as well. Alphonse Renaud, hopefully I pronounced that half okay. Should I start my first multiply attempt with 2 or 3 cubes? I mean, 2 cubes, well, it's just easier than 3, I suppose. In a competition, maybe 3, so even if you screw one up, it still counts as a success, because when solving 2 cubes in a competition, if you only get 1 out of 2, then it doesn't count, because, I mean, in theory, someone could just walk in, not being able to do multiply, and just solve 1 cube, and have success, if it were to be counted, but that kind of ruins the purpose of the event, so... but 2 at home, 3 in competition. Okay, this is such a long video.